What's up, everybody? It's time to get into those false prophets I was talking about. I'm not talking about people, y'all. I'm not into that whole exposure thing. I'm talking about voices. Voices that are speaking to people's minds. They speak into this generation every single day. And when they speak, we have a choice. We have a choice to believe it, or we have a choice to reject it. You see, if we accept the lies, then we start living under words that were never meant to define us. Number one, fear. Fear is usually the first one to speak. See, fear grips us with chains of torment and calls it protection. See, fear's prophetic words always begin the same way. It begins with what if. What if God doesn't answer? And what if it doesn't work? And what if you fail? What if you lose everything? Fear paints a picture of a future that hasn't even happened yet. And it convinces you to stop moving before you ever begin. And once fear is believed, it doesn't stay alone. You see, fear brings a friend. That friend is called doubt. And doubt sounds more subtle. It sounds more logical. It doesn't deny truth completely. It just adds a question mark to it. But can. You see, I know God can, but can he do it for me? I've seen him move, but will he move in my life? Doubt wears believers down slowly until confidence turns into hesitation. The voice gets quieter. The steps get smaller. And eventually, people start standing still. Not because they don't believe in God, but because they've stopped believing he would move for them. Now let's hit number 3. Shame. Shame speaks like an accuser. See, it keeps replaying your past as if it's prophecy over your future. Shame tells you what you did is who you are. Instead of learning and growing, you begin hiding, and opportunities come and you shrink back because you feel exposed. See, shame doesn't want restoration. It wants silence. Because when you hide long enough, you forget who you were becoming, who God called you to be. Which brings me to number 4, guilt. Guilt sounds heavy and familiar. It keeps dragging you back to moments you've already walked away from. And instead of correction that leads forward, it creates a cycle that keeps you looking backward. See, guilt makes you apologize for a version of yourself that no longer exists. You carry a weight that was never meant to stay on you, and slowly, guilt convinces you that change isn't real and growth is impossible. Hey, if you like this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share it, and then hit subscribe. Let's keep going. Number 5, unworthiness. Often, unworthiness is the quietest voice, but it's often the deepest. It doesn't shout. It doesn't whisper. It tells you that everyone belongs except you, that others are chosen, but you're not. And then opportunities appear, and instead of stepping into them, you step back because you feel undeserving. You see, unworthiness doesn't need chains like fear or accusations like shame. It simply convinces you to disqualify yourself before you ever begin. Hear me out. Fear says, what if? Doubt says, but can. Shame says you are what you did, and guilt says you can't move forward. Man, but that unworthiness tells you you don't belong. And the moment those words speak, the real question is not whether they will talk. The question is whether you will believe them. Again, if you've been hearing this in your own mind, don't ignore it. Get connected. Stay connected to this series, because I'm exposing every voice that has tried to rewrite your faith and my faith.